Hello, everyone. It's William here at Allegory Gallery, and I have this mysterious lighting going on here today. Um, so yeah, the our lights, our overhead lights, one of them burned out. So I'm a little dark here. I have a little spotlight kind of over here or behind me, actually. No, there, that way. Um, so I have that, and that's what I'm working with today. I have more light bulbs, but they are not here. I have to go get them. So sorry for the little bit of kind of spooky or darkened light here, but so yeah, we've been doing a lot today. And my hair, I have a hair appointment tomorrow. Don't fret, everyone. My hair is like crazy right now, right? So but I do have a hair appointment tomorrow, so we'll get that situated. And Andrew is out planting bulbs. I can't get this part to go down right there. Andrew's out planting bulbs. It was a 60-degree day or more here in Ligonier. Crazy nice today. So um, Andrew ordered a bunch of bulbs of daffodils, I believe. I thought they were tulips, but they were daffodils, I think. And so he's up at Star Cottage Studio planting daffodils today. And I have been in the store all day. As many of you may have heard, if you saw our posts or watched Andrew's live yesterday, um, our teacher Jen has had kind of a very bad situation happen in her family. Her eldest son, Aiden, who is 17, I believe, 17 or 18, was struck by a car while crossing the highway during his lunch break the other day. And he escaped without many broken bones. I believe he broke his collarbone. He has some facial lacerations, but most of the trauma is head related, brain related. So he's been heavily sedated over the past few days to try to allow his brain to heal. Um, I guess as you get older, your brain literally shrinks. Um, and since he's young, he has a full brain in his head. And they're trying to avoid surgery to relieve the pressure. Um, so she is in Pittsburgh, which is the nearest kind of large hospital that can take on something like that near us. So she is in Pittsburgh. She found housing in Pittsburgh through the hospital, I believe, through the Ronald McDonald House. She will be staying in Pittsburgh for the duration of all of this. So um, that's going to be probably, if not probably many months, actually, maybe weeks, but most likely many months. They've switched some of his sedation medications and to something that's less hard on his liver. So because they were worried about liver issues with keeping him sedated for so long. And apparently the newer medication that's better on the liver has actually been better for him too. His brain numbers or oxygen levels are going up, while his whatever it is, that there's numbers that aren't supposed to spike as you, I guess, pressure probably, and that has been kept low through that too. So that also means that Wednesdays, our classes here at Allegory Gallery, because she's our teacher, our classes are kind of minimalized. They're not necessarily canceled. I canceled them today just because we weren't quite ready for it today. But we will continue to have classes. They will be very basic classes, though. We're not going to do any crazy wire wrapping or anything like that that Jen would normally be showing. So there'll be very basic stringing. If you're a very beginner and you would like to learn how to make jewelry, we will still be doing those classes on Wednesdays from noon to 4. But as we've been getting into kind of the end of summer and early fall here, even mid-fall, I guess now, people I think have been doing yard work and have been doing a lot of things to clean up and get ready for the winter. So we haven't had many people in classes anyway. So that's okay. But I just wanted to put that out there. If you are a local or you're planning on being in the area and you wanted to take a class with us, classes are going down to base level for the foreseeable future. So I just want to let everyone know. That also means I was in the store today while Andrew was out planting bulbs. I would have liked to have been able to help, but I had to be in the store today. And Yeah, it's just been we are sending our best wishes for Jen and her family out there. On my private page here on Facebook and on Andrew's private page, we have shared the GoFundMe for Jen and her family. So if you have the means and you are close to us and you appreciate the things Jen does, she does tutorials for us, she does classes for us, she helps us watch the store when we need someone to fill in. So she's been with us for quite a number of years, off and on. But through all of this, she is also not doing, she also does like Instacart, and she does that kind of shopping for people that she's not been able to do and she won't be able to do for the next few months. So there is a GoFundMe shared on my private page and on Andrew's as well. It's all shared publicly so people can all see it. If you'd like to donate, you can donate there. Otherwise, you can share that post, or just send good prayers and good wishes for them and good energy that way. So I wanted to kind of say that. I know Andrew talked about it yesterday, but I think it was at the end of his video, and I wanted to just say that and let people know what's going on, what's happening. Many of you out there have met Jen, even if not in person, if you've come in or if you've watched any of our tutorials on YouTube, Jen has done many of those. So I know some of you know that, and I wanted to let you all know what was going on so she can get as much good, positive energy as possible. She also has an Etsy shop, which she will not be able to, generally probably make things for quite a while. I don't know if she's going to be making things as she's with him in the hospital. I'm sure there are times that she could, but I don't know what. I know right now her mental state is probably not in that mindset right now. But so she will not even have the income from her Etsy shop like she would normally have for the holidays. So we're trying to do as much as we can to, let people know that there is a GoFundMe out there, just to try and help her and her family. Her husband does work. They're not completely without income, but her other son is also in school. So there's a lot going on, lots to do, but Jen will be spending the majority of her time in Pittsburgh. So we will not have classes. She will not have her normal work. So anything you can do to help would be much appreciated. That being said, it's been a busy day. So I ran up once to run up to help Andrew with a few things really quickly during the day. We've had a lot of nice people stop in today. It's been the weather. We had the door open in the store. The weather was absolutely beautiful. I think it went up to 70 today. I thought it was only supposed to hit the 60s, but I think it went up to 70 today. So, excuse me. So that was incredible. And today I have been working in between all of this. We shipped out a bunch of packages today, so there's tons of packages going out. We're trying to stay caught up as we can on those. So you may have seen some shipping notifications if you ordered early in the TGBE weekend. We're working through those. I have a few things that I know a few of you out there I need to check on, and I have not. I've been crazy today. So I have not gotten a chance to check on some things. Some people have emailed me and messaged me. So if I told you I was going to look at things on Wednesday, I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there, okay? So yeah, it's been wild, but I will get to everybody. Don't worry. We will get there. There is I think no emergencies in any of that. So we'll definitely get it all done. Don't worry about that. Teresa got her tins delivered today. Awesome. I hope they arrived in good shape. I have to say thank you. All of you out there, especially in the TGBE and the people who watch it, have been buying those keepsake tins like crazy. I had no idea. Because I'm not packing things myself anymore, generally, I don't see everything that goes out all the time now. I catch some orders as I can, and I do look through the orders once in a while here. But we went from having over 100 of those tins now down to only about 30 of them left. That's amazing. We didn't expect to sell that many. So I'm glad you all enjoy them. I hope you loved Andrew's tutorial during the TGBE about how to turn those into necklaces. I don't know if that's why you're all buying them or not, or if you just love collectible little tins, which I do. But if you are looking to get any of those, we have All of them still available, but some of them in very limited quantities. I think there's only like 5 of one of the, maybe the butterfly available, 8 or 9 of the birds available. So some of them are getting very low. So if you have been on the fence about getting those, definitely get them now. And definitely get them before the end of the day Friday, because at midnight on Friday, the TGBE coupon code expires. So midnight on Friday, TGBE in our online store coupon code for 15% off expires. You definitely want to save on that. The tins aren't that expensive, but you can save on anything in the online store by using that coupon code. And again, 11:59 p.m. Friday night, that coupon code expires. That's Eastern time. So if you're on the West Coast, 11:10:9, that's 8:59 p.m. Right? 8:59 p.m. that coupon code expires. And so does free shipping over $100. All of that expires Friday night. So if you want to get anything in the online store, I'm urging you to do it now. It's crazy because I should urge you to do it when we don't have a sale, but I'm urging you to get in on that sale. I don't, you all are like family out there. You're our best supporters. You watch us every day. I want you to save money as much as we can possibly do for you. So please use that coupon code, get it in now before the end of the week. And hopefully at the end of the week, we'll have something else special to show you. I don't know yet, but maybe. We're working on things. We'll see how it goes. But today, I have vintage glass beads, vintage crystal beads. I did about half of what I have available to do. So I'm going to show you that half, and then hopefully tomorrow I will get the other half of the box done. It's probably going to be a fairly short video today just because I don't have tons of this glass to show you. Because I only got half of it done. I thought I was going to get it all done today, but we had a lot of customers in store, and I was chatting with some old friends that I haven't seen in a while here who have come in to hang out and make some purchases. So we do appreciate that. And of course, I like to spend time chatting, like with all of you here, right? So I'm going to show you this vintage glass. Now, some of these beads are from Western Germany. So it's old when it's from Western Germany, right? We don't have West and East Germany anymore. So Western Germany, some of them are from Japan, and some of them are from Italy. Now I have to remember which ones are from Italy. There's one, I think, that's only from Italy. Yeah, I'm probably going to forget that. But anyway, beautiful glass. Now, we have some of these kind of things on the online store right now. And we used to group them in groups of 5 or 6 or 12 that you'd buy at a time. And this time I priced everything per bead. Some of these are a little more expensive than what we had before. They're a little bit bigger or a little bit more ornate. So instead of making you purchase a pack of 5 or 6 of them for $6 or $7, I just price them out per bead. So you can choose however many you want to purchase. Some of them we have 30 of, some of them we have 150 of. It just depends what we could get and what we were able to get. Again, these are all vintage. They span from the late 50s to the early 60s, 1950s to the early 60s. Yes, Teresa, you're right. And I thought about that night, and I thought to tell Andrew to mention it, and I didn't. So I'm going to do that right now. The winner, we had said over the TGBE weekend that one person out of everyone who orders that weekend, we were going to choose one person to have their entire order refunded to them. And we haven't done the refund yet because I wanted to mention it before we actually did it. And I keep forgetting to mention it. So the winner of the free order over the weekend, it was order number 2375, and it was Heidi Martin. So Heidi, if you're watching, I know you do often watch here. I'm not sure if you're watching yet today. But if you're watching, Heidi, your order number 2375, I don't know if you placed more than one that weekend, but that specific order was randomly chosen. We used a random number generator, was randomly chosen for a full refund on that order. So you will be seeing a refund on that order after we ship the order. I don't know if it's been shipped yet or not, but After we ship the order, we'll get the refund to you. I just want to make sure that our shipper doesn't think that it's that it was a totally refunded and returned order or something. So I want to make sure she gets it shipped out, and then we will refund it for you. All right. So again, winner is Heidi Martin. Order number 2375 will be completely refunded from the TGBE weekend. Now, if y'all like that, if you like that kind of thing, maybe we'll do another one of those kind of orders where we'll refund something sometime. So keep up with what's going on here. If we do something like that again, we will announce it on our email list. So if you're not on our email list, please go to allegorygallery.com. Let me throw that right up here for you. Go to the bottom of any page there, and you can put in your email address to join our email list. And so if we do a free order weekend or something like that, again, we will let you know there. All right. So all of these items that I'm going to show you today are already in the online store. They're at allegorygallery.com. I just put them there today. I'm not sure what collection they're in. That's something I should have checked before I started. But if you scroll down to the very bottom of our website, at the very bottom, almost the very bottom, before you get to the blog posts that are on the website, you'll see a latest items collection, and these will be in that collection. You can also search for them. If you search vintage Japanese or Western German or vintage Italian, they will pop up. All right. I'm going to get everything into the same category. Let me see, actually, if I did that already. Sometimes I'm ahead of myself. Anyone else do that? Sometimes I'm ahead of myself, and I don't know that I'm ahead of myself. It happens. It happens. Also, our internet has been exceptionally slow here lately, which has driven me insane. Okay, if you go into the glass beads collection, so if you go to the shop tab at the top of the page and you scroll down to glass beads, you will find all of these in the glass beads collection. That's easy, right? That's easy. At least they all should be there. All right. Well, without further ado, I guess, let me flip this around. Now, my desk, I just want to tell you, I have made a mess. My desk here is a mess. My helpers are probably like, what in the world is he up to? Because it is a mess in here. And it is, because I've been going through inventory like crazy, pulling out things from the back room and, you know, just going through everything I possibly can to find things that have been like forgotten about. This is not one of them. These we just ordered recently, but there's many forgotten things. And some of the things that I've been showing you, the vintage things and some of the vintage plastic, are all things that have kind of been forgotten about. So yeah, I'm making a mess, but it's a good mess because it's a mess to show you beautiful things. Okay, now I need a bowl. I think a bowl is going to work best to show you these, because otherwise they are going to go everywhere, right? Now, who out there likes vintage glass? If you like vintage glass, hit that like button for us so we know that you like what we're doing here. I hope you do. We certainly do. We certainly do. Let's take a look at the first one. The first one are these beautiful orange tubes. Let's see if I can get that. Beautiful orange tubes. Aren't those nice? Aren't those nice? And these are approximately 21 millimeters by 6 millimeters. Hopefully you can see those. My light is terrible today. That's worse. That's worse. Let me just get rid of that. I think that's better. So these are wonderful vintage Japanese from the early 1960s. Vintage Japanese from the early 1960s. And they have these beautiful patterns in them. And I'm forgetting right now what those are called. Why am I forgetting what those are called? And where is my, let me see. There's a special name for that style. And Andrew's not here to help me now. So I have to do this all on my own, all on my own. These are Tombow. I believe they're called Tombow. And that's that kind of when they add that patterning into them. So they're really pretty. They have these pretty flowers on them. I wish I could zoom in. For things like this that are so small, I do wish I could zoom in on them. So sorry that I can't. But hopefully you can see how beautiful they are. Look at them in there. I love these. I love orange. If you watch these, you know I just love orange. Orange, green, red. I love a lot of colors. I love a lot of colors. There aren't many I don't like. But so here these are $1.25 a bead. Like I said, these are harder and harder to come by these days. And instead of pricing them, like we made groups of them before and priced them, these are a little bit more expensive because they're a little bit bigger than the other ones we had before. And like I said, they're getting harder to find. Prices are going up. So pricing for us went up a little bit, but we still wanted them. We thought you might like them. They're $1.25 a bead. Really beautiful for something special. And remember, you can still get 15% off with code TGBE on the website. All right. Let me put these back in their appropriate bag. And let's take a look at these ones. Let's take a look at these ones. These next ones are approximately 12 millimeters. They are also vintage Japanese from the early 1950s. I'm sorry, early 1960s. These are early 1960s Japanese beads. These remind me of candy canes so much. And if you know me, you know I love Christmas time. So I love these beads. They're approximately 12 millimeters. They're $1 per bead, $1 per bead only. Beautiful vintage Japanese glass from the early 1960s. Early 1960s. And remember, TGBE saves you 15% on these in the online store. All right. They remind me of baseball, says Amy. They do, right? They're kind of even like the thread on a baseball. So there you go. Okay. Pam's asking, where do we apply TGBE? In the shopping cart. In the shopping cart at allegorygallery.com, you can insert discount code TGBE. Do not put it in the notes. Do not put it in the notes section. That does not do anything for you. If you put it in the notes, we are trying to catch those, but you want to put it in the discount code section on the shopping cart. All right, in your shopping cart. Next up, these are amazing. Talk about, well, they're Christmassy again, I guess. But these I just love. These are green and red, little Baroque beads. The hole goes that way. I'm just going to try and show you all of them. Look, that's the tag that says made in Japan. So see, made in Japan. Look at those. Whoops. Look at those. Just lovely. What you're seeing in this bowl is all that we have of each one. Okay, so these are $1 a piece. They're approximately 12 millimeter by 11 millimeter. Baroque red and green vintage Japanese glass beads from, again, from the early 1960s. Early 1960s. All right, so there are those. Now I have more. If you like this style as much as I do, hold on, we've got more. So that was the red and green. Now we have a green and brown, that we're calling it. Green and brown. It's kind of also an orange, but I'm just calling it brown. Vintage Japanese. I just love, I'm trying to get the camera to stop zooming where I don't want it to zoom, or stop focusing where I don't want it to focus. And again, I'm sorry for the light in here today. It's making me crazy because our overhead light went out today. There you go. So there we go. Amy's asking how everyone's been. Definitely. If you know us, you know we like you all to chat with each other in the comments and talk to each other. So definitely chat up each other. But don't forget to pay attention because you don't want to miss anything. Again, these are $1 a bead. I think we have 36 of them available. First person to grab them. You don't have to grab them all. You can grab them each per bead. We priced them per bead this time so that, because the prices are a little bit higher than they were before when last time we got these. And so instead of locking you into having to buy 6 at a time or anything like that, we're just letting you pick however many beads you want. You can grab them by the bead. By the bead. All right. Next up, the same style, also, again, vintage Japanese, this time yellow and blue. Look at that, how vibrant those are. These are probably the most vibrant out of that batch. Yellow and blue, Baroque beads. Vintage Japanese from the early 1960s. These are also available in the online store at $1 a piece. $1 a piece. There are 30 some of these available as well. All right. What's next? What's next? How about these? Pink, blue, and white. Vintage Japanese beads. Vintage Japanese beads. Beautiful pink, blue, and white vintage Japanese beads. These are in stock at only 50 cents per bead. 50 cents per bead. 14 millimeter by 11 millimeter approximately. And I think they're about 6 millimeter or something thick, if that's what you want to know too. They do look like chiclets, Pam. So these are 50 cents a bead, vintage Japanese, again from the early 1960s. So there we go. And the other thing, oops, what am I doing? I lost my screen. The other thing is, if you have any trans friends, these are the same color as the trans flag as well. So not necessarily the same order of colors, but those are the colors as well. All right. So there we go, 50 cents per bead, 14 millimeter by 11 millimeter vintage Japanese glass. Available in the online store. We have 70 some pieces of those. I love this bowl that I made because it pours really well. It pours beads. I didn't do it on purpose. I'm going to have to see what I did to make this lip exactly like that because it pours into a bag almost perfectly into the bag sizes we have. I'm really, really liking that. Next up. Now these are super cute. These are vintage Italian. I said I didn't remember which ones were Italian. These are the Italian, vintage Italian, red and yellow and white glass beads. These vary in size, and I think they vary from approximately 7.5 millimeters to 8.5 millimeters or so. So none of them are going to be exactly the same. And these, which I shouldn't even have called, I have to change that. These are technically not beads. These are like cabochons, which I should have looked at them better, huh? So they're flat on one side and domed on the other. And they have this little star pattern. So these are actually little mini cabochons. And they are available at 50 cents each. Vintage Italian. And I believe these are from, let me just check to make sure I'm right. These are the early 60s as well. So prices per bead, 50 cents each. 50 cents each. All right. All right. Next up, whoops, almost broke that bag. Going back to some vintage Japanese Baroque. And I'm trying to see if I can get this to zoom. Come on. These are these Tombow beads as well. So they're this beautiful deep cobalt blue. We call them navy blue, with these little kind of what like millefiori in there, right? They're the patterns, the little flower-like patterns of millefiori beads, but they're inside of these, which I think is super cool. So these are $1.25 a bead. $1.25 a bead. If you are interested in those, we only have that many. So once they're gone, those are gone. I doubt we'll be getting any more of these, especially at that price. Okay. Next up, vintage Japanese glass pear beads or drop beads. And these have those beautiful little flowers, that Tombow kind of patterning on there. Just beautiful little yellow beads. And those are in stock at 75 cents per bead. 75 cents only per bead. I think it just looks better when I do this, right? I need to stop trying to show them. Just do it like this. So if you're interested in those, they are available in the online store. And remember, you can save 15% off these prices with coupon code TGBE. And we also have those in red. In red for the same price, 75 cents each. There's kind of the shape. They are a little pear or a drop in red. I think those are really spectacular. Good, bright red colors. Right? Love, love, love those. 75 cents each only. Vintage Japanese from the early 1960s. Early 1960s. Teresa loves the red. Me too. Me too. And next up, we have more vintage Japanese. Calling these white opal pear beads. So they have a slight pear shape, right? And they're about 20 millimeters by 6 millimeters. And they are 75 cents each only. 75 cents per bead. They have that beautiful opal-like, that's why we called them the opal, white opal. They have that beautiful opal quality in the glass too, on the edges. And again, 75 cents each on those. I think those are spectacular, would make great earrings. Buy 2 beads, 75 cents each, make some earrings and sell them for much higher than that. Vintage Japanese from the 1960s, early 1960s. Okay, let's see. I'm not going to dump all of these out. I'm not going to dump them all out. I'm going to dump a bunch of these out. We've got a number of these. And these now, we're moving into Western German. Vintage Western German, obviously vintage since there's no Western Germany anymore. Western German glass. These are crystal AB drops. Beautiful. The holes go through the top. It's hard to see on a crystal. Holes go through the top through here, side to side. Beautiful AB, Western German from the late 1950s. These are the ones from late 1950s. These are a little bit older than all the other ones I've been showing you. AB crystal, faceted from the late 1950s. These are 75 cents each only. 75 cents each. That's crazy. 75 cents each only. And these ones are approximately 18 millimeters by 13.5 millimeters. All right. 75 cents each. Now, let's take a look at these ones. We're almost done, everyone. We're almost there. I told you it was going to be a shorter one today because I didn't get as much done here as I wanted to. But these, I have to get them out. They're in this little paper packet. I have to get them all out here. This little paper packet. These are also Western German from the late 1950s. These are a smaller drop, but these drops have a flat back. Okay, they have a flat back. The hole goes from front to back. They're domed on the front. And they're flat. You can see that one big flat facet right on the back. Beautiful little drops. They're approximately, these are the smaller of the two drops. These are about 13 by 8 millimeter. They're also 75 cents each. Look at them shine. They are gorgeous. And we do have a number of these. I think we have a gross 144 of these or so. So if you like these, get them now while you can get that discount. All right. Let me go ahead here, pour these back into their little keepsake baggie. It's like wax paper. Very, very ornate here. And I'm making a mess of it. As I usually do. I can be messy. I can definitely be messy. Just ask anybody who helps us. I'm not always the most tidy person, right? Okay, and let's see what is that. I want to make sure something on those. Yeah. Yeah, the vendor called those a cab, and I guess you could use them as a cab. They do have the flat back. But I just want to make sure there was a hole in all of them, and it looks to be that there is. And the last thing today, I saved the last for my favorite. These are stunning. These are Western German, again, from the late 50s. They're another crystal AB. It's a flatback ring drop. Flatback ring drop. I'm just going to show you what they look like. Look at that. So it's a flat back. It has a hole from front to back. And it's this beautiful ring drop. Now, these are obviously more expensive. These are $5.25 each. But for $11, minus 15% with that sale right now, you could get 2 of them, make earrings, and you could sell those earrings for a lot more than $11, right? Western German from the late 1950s, $5.75 each for the faceted flatback Raindrop. Suzanne, these are crystal, so they're glass beads, glass crystal. These are all glass, not plastic, all glass. Not that there's anything wrong with plastic. We love plastic too, but these are definitely glass. From Western Germany from the 1950s, late 1950s. I only have 12 of those available. 12 of them available. So if you like those rainbow glass donuts, we'll call them, grab them now. Grab them now before they're gone. All right. So I told you it was a short one today, right? What are we thinking? So short. So short. We didn't even hit an hour yet. We didn't even hit 45 minutes. But that's the way the cookie crumbles some days, right? That's the way the cookie crumbles. So let me flip this back around, raise it back up so I can see myself and you can see me. Hello again, everybody. Thank you for tuning in today. If you missed the beginning, we talked a little bit about our teacher, Jen, whose eldest son was hit by a car while crossing the highway today. Well, not today, a few days ago. So there's a GoFundMe out there. There's a GoFundMe for her and her family. He is in stable condition, but he is heavily sedated. Anytime they try to wake him up, his brain throws out trauma responses, and they can't do it yet. It's too much pain for him. So they're trying to get the brain swelling down without any operation. It's going to be hard. But he is in stable condition. They have switched him to a less severe medicine for his liver. And that seems to be working even better than the other medication. So they're happy about that. We will try and keep you all posted on what's going on as much as we can. Jen is letting us know and letting friends and family know what's going on as she can. But she will be spending months probably in Pittsburgh at the Ronald McDonald House there while she is able to be there for her son. So we will not have classes in store. If you would like to donate to the GoFundMe, you can see that on Andrew's personal page or my personal page here on Facebook. He is 17 years old, Diane asking. I believe he's 17. He might be 18, but I don't think he's turned 18 quite yet. So he was crossing the street, getting lunch, I believe, and crossing the highway, actually. It was a 4-lane highway. So yeah, it's a tough time for her and her family. She is not going to be able to do a lot of her, holiday sales that she does on her Etsy. She is not going to have, she normally does shopping cart. She shops for people like Instacart and all that. She can't do that right now. Well, she could, but she's not going to. So she'll be sitting with him, and she pretty much said, I go to the room to shower, and that's about it. So yes, definitely please send good vibes for Jen and Aiden out there. But recovery seems to be happening, seems to be on a very good course right at this moment. So we're very thankful for that. Like I said, there's a GoFundMe on Andrew's page and my page that we both shared. If you'd like to donate, if you can. If not, please feel free to share or just send good vibes and prayers her way. She really would appreciate them, I'm sure. Yeah, and if you missed the news at the beginning too, we forgot to announce who is going to win the free order. We were going to refund one order at the end of the TGBE weekend. And I said I was going to do it at the end of my Monday live, and I didn't. I totally lost track of my mind. So I wasn't on yesterday. So today we announced that Heidi Martin, her order number 2375, is going to be eligible for the full refund. So 2375 by Heidi Martin. We're going to refund that order. If it hasn't been shipped yet, we'll refund after the shipping. If it's already shipped, I'll do that here soon. I just wanted to make sure we announced it before it happened. So yeah, I think we've gotten through everything today. If you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and message us. You can send us a message on Facebook, or you can send us an email at info@allegorygallery.com if you're anywhere else or just prefer email. I do have a few people that I'm working on a few things. I said I was going to research some things. I've not finished with all of that. So if you're watching this and you said, hey, you said you were going to look at this on Wednesday for me, I'm working on it. I've started looking into some things, but I have not solved anything yet. So that's that. I will get back to you. I don't think any of them were bead emergencies. So we're okay there. And we will get back to you as soon as I figure out what's going on some things. And tomorrow, hopefully, I will have the rest of this lovely box sitting here right next to me of vintage Japanese, vintage German, and vintage Italian glass beads up on the website and ready for you all to check out. The coupon code TGBE, you put that in your cart when you're checking out on our website. And there, Andrew just said bead emergencies. Andrew popped in. There he is. He was out doing daffodil bulbs all day today at the cottage, Star Cottage Studio. I wasn't sure if he's going to join us, but it is now dark here, so he must be unable to plant anymore. So, yeah, we are rocking and rolling. If you need anything, let us know. Use that coupon code TGBE in your shopping cart. If you do the express checkout, just be careful. If you do the express checkout, sometimes they don't let you put in the coupon code. So make sure you go back and kind of go through the checkout process to make sure you get that coupon code in there. You don't want to lose out on that. Do not put your coupon code in the notes. We're trying to go through all the orders and give you the discount if you put it in the notes section, but we might miss some. So definitely use the coupon code in the discount code section of the shopping cart. That code is only good until Friday. What day is today? Wednesday. You have 2 days. Friday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 8:59 p.m. Pacific. That coupon code expires. As does the free shipping over $100. So if you purchase anything in the online store and you add that coupon code, you get free shipping if it ends up being over $100. Now, I will say, if you order $100 and you use the coupon code and it takes you under $100, you don't get free shipping. So it has to be a $100 purchased value to get the free shipping. I'm not saying that because I'm trying to be strict. It's just the way the system works. So if you want to get that $100 free shipping, make sure your total is $100.01 when you finally do the checkout, or just $100 even, and you should get the free shipping on that. Yeah, so what else is everyone saying here? What is the code again? TGBE, the Great Bead Extravaganza. TGBE. Deborah, if you didn't watch the Great Bead Extravaganza, get in that group and go watch it. That's why you're all getting a discount, is because the Great Bead Extravaganza exists. So TGBE, use that coupon code to save 15% in the online store. Yeah, so that's it, I think. That's it for today. Unless you have any questions, I'll pause here a moment to look at some comments here. What's Andrew saying? Andrew saying, oh, I had a terrible headache this morning, so I didn't get a good start. And then all the stuff was in different places. Yeah, we had the shovel in the van. We had the weed eater at home. We had, I don't know what else. We had me here at the store. I had to go up and help Andrew feed the weed eater wire, or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. Weed eater, whatever the cord is. And then he got, what he say? It was a beautiful day and I got some stuff done. He got two rows of daffodils done, it looks like. Let's see here. Yeah, tomorrow it's supposed to rain. It's supposed to be beautiful, like 60 some degrees, but it's going to be rainy. Hopefully it doesn't rain all day. Let's see here. Deborah was in the TGBE. Good. I thought I saw your name there. I freaked out over the candy hack. Oh, yeah. Wasn't necessarily a hack. That's not considered a hack. It's just somebody created a profile. Anybody can create a profile. So what, she wasn't really hacked necessarily, but anybody can spam anybody by creating a profile. Somebody could create a profile of you and request your friends to join. It happens all the time on Facebook. The one thing I always do say is when you see something like that that seems a little bit maybe off, when you go and look at their profile, this is how I knew the candy hack wasn't real, by the way. When I looked at their profile, their username was facebook.com/ and normally it would be like Candy Cooper. We're facebook.com/allegory gallery. This was facebook.com/AH00256. It was something weird, very long like that, that was not her at all. And it was not, that's why when you have a business, we've talked about this in our social media presentations that I've done. When you have a business, you want to make sure that it's facebook.com/your business, right? If it's not, people look at you like it's fake. And that's when I saw that. I knew it was a created profile. It wasn't anything real. We tried in the TGBE to address that as quickly as we found out about it. But it's definitely, yeah, you definitely want to check when people spam your friends, and do that a lot of times. If you really look at the profile picture, like blow it up and look at it, it'll be pixelated, because what they're doing is they're downloading your profile picture off of Facebook, then they're re-uploading it to Facebook. And every time you upload to Facebook, generally Facebook decreases the size to keep it smaller on their servers. So whenever you see a pixelated image kind of somebody's profile picture, and it's a new profile of somebody you already are a friend with, that's a big warning sign that it's somebody just stole the picture, created the profile, and is asking you to friend them because they want to try to get money off of you, or ask you for something, or get more information about the person they're pretending to be, so that they can look more real. And so, yeah, definitely, if you see a profile of somebody that you think you're already friends with, check with them first before you add a friend. But also just look at the profile picture, because most of the time in the ones I've seen, the profile picture is significantly kind of fuzzier or less clear than what a normal profile picture looks like. So that's that. What else is everybody saying out here? Andrew got 30 of like 400 bulbs. Yeah, he had 3 big boxes of bulbs to plant. I said I wish I could have come help, because it's a beautiful day. I would have loved to spend it outside, but with Jen not being here on Wednesdays for classes, we only had our shipping helper, and our shipping helper, Barb, does not know how to run the store floor. So I couldn't leave the business today. But hopefully tomorrow we'll see. We'll see what it's like tomorrow. All right. Deborah says, I'm so non-techie, I just got scared for candy. Yeah, you know, it can ruin, things like that can ruin a reputation, right? There may be people down the road at the next TGBE saying, I signed up for this candy, why didn't you do this? There may still be people who are fooled by it. We hope we addressed it well enough. But it still then will look like to them that candy never followed through, right? Or charge them for something. One thing I will say, the TGBE, we do not charge you to sign up for anything. So you're not going to get charged to sign up for a giveaway. You're not going to get charged to get into the TGBE group. That's not something we're doing right now. We had asked at the very first one if people, we sent out a questionnaire that you could fill out asking if people would pay to be in it, but we have never ever done that. So you can watch the TGBE for free. The only thing you have to pay for are the kits or anything you want to purchase from one of the members. And if you do that, please always make sure you are buying from that member's actual website. There's not a TGB. You can go to the greatbeatextravaganza.com, and we have the list of presenters and we have the schedule up there, but we do not sell anything through that website either. So if anyone is spamming and it looks like the link is going to the TGB website, don't buy from it. Don't pay anything. That's not what we're doing. If we do that in the future, if we have merchandise or memorabilia or anything like that, we will definitely make a big deal about it in the group. So always check the group first before you just go and enter your card anywhere. Okay. Andrew said, that's not even the bulbs that I got for the house. It took so long to get our bulbs. I forgot we bought some, so we ordered more. So we've got lots of bulbs and more bulbs on the way, apparently. Yeah, Andrew said people were complaining about how we started charging for the giveaways because that person who was spamming as Candy was charging people or trying to charge people. I believe some people put their credit card in there. So if that was you and you're just now hearing this for any reason, call your credit card company and let them know, because we do not charge for giveaways. That's not something we do. All right. Yeah, Andrew says, I usually recommend that people only use links posted by people you know or admins, right? So definitely, if you're following a link in the TGBE, make sure it's an actual link that goes to one of our actual websites. There is really no reason for, like, we would never start another website for just a giveaway. We wouldn't do it. If we were doing a giveaway, we'd do it on our online store, right? Or on our website, or through Facebook, our actual verified Facebook page. So yeah, please just make sure if you're following links, especially things that are starting from the TGBE, I'm speaking of specifically, but this works everywhere. If you're following any links, if somebody posts a link and we don't get to it to delete spam fast enough, definitely make sure that where it's taking you to ultimately is an actual space, because I can write anything. I could very easily create a website right now, put the text in there that it was www.allegorygallery.com, but when you hover over it or you right click on it to check where it's actually going, I could send you anywhere in the world. So you want to make sure where you end up at is an official website from one of the members of the TGBE. Make sure generally that you want to make sure that it has that little lock symbol. That means that somebody is actually paying more money to make their website secure. So a lot of times spammers aren't going to go to the trouble of spending $100 or $150 a year to lock down that website to make sure it's a secure website. So you want to check that as well. Don't put your credit card information on websites generally that don't have that little lock symbol in your URL bar, right? So just a few tips. I know most of you probably know this, but these are just some things that came across, and we just want to know, we want you to know that what you can look for and some certain things you can do. So Deborah says, you are teaching me right now. Good, good. I'm glad you're learning. You know, sometimes we don't know what people know or what people don't know. And I try and stay up on tech a lot. So sometimes I don't realize what people know or don't know. But yeah, definitely make sure you're going to a website that'll work, that is an actual members website. Like I said, if Candy were doing a giveaway, Candy would do a giveaway on Candy's actual website, right? Why not? Why would you start a whole nother website just for that? Or a whole nother Facebook page? Or I can't remember what all if they were sending to a Facebook page or another website. But if we were doing a giveaway, it's going to be on our real branded websites, real branded Facebook or social media pages. So just make sure you're going to the right place that you think you're going to. Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I just wanted to address that a little bit. Sometimes things flip through my head, and that was one of them. So thanks for listening. And have a great, great evening, everybody. We will see you all back here tomorrow around 5, unless we're out planting bulbs like maniacs. Then we may be up there at Star Cottage Studio showing you bulb planting. I don't know. Who knows? But that's it for today. All right. Thank you all so very much. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you back here tomorrow around 5 p.m. Bye, everybody.